Off it again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Turbine City. Last time I wanted to rename this area, but I was worried it was going to crash the game, so we dropped down a save. Lo and behold, it did indeed crash the game. Just trying to rename an area. So I'm glad I chose to save it first before renaming it, rather than the other way around. So I'm going to turn off everything that I think we don't really need. Keep on things that we just normally use. I think we can turn off the plop the grow balls and find it. And just do some normal zoning. Get back to a more normal version of the game. So we'll try this again. Yeah, I've got a friend we call Highlander. So we're going to get this as an easy rename. I'm glad that hasn't crashed again. If I couldn't rename areas for the rest of the playthrough, I think it'd be rather sad. I think these complaints, these parts along here, we have already dezoned it. Just need to go in and manually delete these things. It's taking forever and a day for them to delete. Across the road, I think we can maybe just pop in a couple of offices over here. Again, we'll delete the offending building so we don't see the complaint again. We're getting better. Still got a problem with garbage over here. Guess we can pop in another incinerator, although we already did. Don't know why that building is producing so much rubbish, but never mind. I'm going to fill in the small roads so we can get some zoning in. The remainder of SportsMonkey Heights. We'll fill out the two tiles. That'll force us to either get another tile or start working down towards the seaside. We have got some roads in there already that I thought we'd need for some Industries DLC stuff, but the shipyard's doing fine as it is. So I think we can again get mainly residential over here. A little bit of commercial. Still all within the district. So we'll get our Green Cities buildings come through. Don't know if we want to go over the other side of the road. There's a little bit of a hill over here. Maybe missed that bit out. I might want to extend this road out, so we'll leave that last couple of squares out. I think up the top, the last section, we'll maybe get in some commercial to connect it up to these unique buildings. Protect our houses from the noise. Don't know how far we want to come along here. I want to put a park in here. So maybe we remove this section. We can have a park entrance over here, this junction. Where we've got that hill, I want to make an interesting park with a bit of a slope to it. Maybe get a water feature in, put in a pond or something. There are a few assets in the Parklife DLC menus that require water. So maybe get a few of those in. I would like to place sort of one of everything in the city before calling it a day. I don't think I've ever placed those assets. Sort of waterside assets in the Parklife DLC stuff. So why not? doing everything else. May as well include that as well. So we'll get this area all filled in. I reckon that'll be enough housing to get up to the 600,000. Then we can work on the park once we get up to there. We're far enough away from the highway and everything over here. Plenty of trees and everything in the way as well. Same with the train track on the other side of the border. And before the game started going wrong, this is what we would have done about 20 episodes ago or 15 episodes ago or something. So I'm gonna let it run. Let these guys come in. As I say, hopefully that's gonna get us up to the 600,000. And fix these values. Keep people coming in strong. Put in some services for them. Some death care and some health care. Some of these fitness and well-being buildings. It's a standard mix. That'll help make this area a great place to live. Make sure everyone who's coming in is happy. Don't think we need to worry about the education. With our Hadron Collider doing all the work. Like our new police stations. The UK police stations. Another one in somewhere. Pop one in here. Yeah, we're gonna try and put a bunch of stuff into a park there. It's gonna be good. We can pop in a library somewhere. Maybe right down at the bottom here. I don't really need it, but I like the idea of having good library coverage for them. A few of the smaller parks as well. I think they're fine for park coverage, but just to make the area extra nice. Give them one of the lovely sunken plazas as well. I think that's everything they need. Just let it run. Getting up to the 600,000. I'll drop down a save, then we can work on the park a bit. So it crashed on me when I was working on the park. I decided I wanted a curved path, and the game decided no, I couldn't have a curved path, and it crashed on me. So I lost a bit of work, but never mind. Got a little practice on terraforming this bit. So we'll try again. Regular saves are the way to go when the game is crashing on you. Rather than saving once every couple of hours, maybe once every half an hour or once an hour. Certainly after you do some major work. Yeah, that's two really random things that have crashed it. Try to rename an area. I'm trying just to click on the curved road tool. It's not like we were trying to do anything out of the ordinary. But never mind. say, give me a sort of practice run. Get this back in like I did before. Just getting the 3 entrances, getting the fences. You just move it just to tidy things up. I can get some pathways in. Connect up the entrances basically. Move this because I don't want people to sneak in through there. So I'm going to create like a path, a perimeter path, and work on the terrain within that area. Check out the size of some of these items. I didn't get as far as popping in the assets. I was still making the pond or the lake. The sea life enclosure I think we can pop in a separate little park down at the actual sea. Seems more like a seaside thing rather than something on a lake. I'm going to do some work on the terrain. Make it sort of higher on the outside to create a little bit more of a basin. Smooth everything out. I can dip it a little bit in the middle. Again, then smooth everything out. Take the brush strength down a bit when you're using this first tool, because it's quite drastic, each click that you make. When you're making deep pits or high mountains. So I'm going to try and find a terrain level and then make the bottom. Don't know if that's big enough. Try smoothing it out. Then we can pop in our water source. As always, we're going to try it down to the lowest setting, 1.01. We're going to bring it right down, so then it can sit nicely in here. We do want it to be as high as possible, the water level. If you raise it too high, you can see the water is going to spill out down at the bottom corner of the park, where the terrain is the same level. So the water is going to run through the ground. Raise a few of these nodes to try and get this path a little straighter, a little more level. Work on the terrain a little bit, even things out around the water side, so then we can get a path in, place the assets. This path is level enough now. Yeah, looks fine from here. So I'm going to try and grab a terrain height. It's just sort of by the water side. Keep it level. Yeah, you can see the water is going to leak up where the terrain's lower. Roundabout, so this is as high as we can make it. Yeah, so we want level terrain around the water side, so we can place the assets at the same height. And then we just want to take the paths down to that sort of lakeside path. Link everything up. I'll create a little shelf of terrain around here. Put a path around there. Try and smooth things so it's going to be easy for the paths to dip down. Create this slope with the slope tool. Don't use the slope tool very often. I'll go here. Help us with the terrain. When we place in the paths, that does move the terrain around a little bit. So if we have a vaguely decent slope, putting in the paths should do the rest of the work. The paths should go in fairly smooth and sort of make up the difference for us. Oh, it's going to let us use the curved road tool this time. That's where it crashed on me at the last point. Wasn't quite this arrangement, but similar. So I lost a little bit of work, but never mind. Means that this time we'll do it better. So we'll smooth the terrain up so the path goes in nice and easy. And again, it'll sort of split the difference. It knows what we want to do. Maybe push the terrain back a little bit. Just so our assets are definitely getting into the water. Give ourselves as much room as they're going to need. We can fit all 4 things in. Probably use the path to make this into a little square. Again, we can move it with the nodes. Lower things down. If we can get the path a little lower, move the terrain down, it'll make our little pond look a bit fuller. So we'll mess around with the heights of these nodes, bring it down a little bit. So we've got nice sort of tiers to our park. Got this lowest tier where the waterside assets can go in. And take it down as far as I can before the water starts spilling out over the edge. And when it does, like now, start taking it back. Yeah, maybe dipped it down too far. Yeah, this helps it look fuller. If the path is down just at the water's level, I reckon we should have plenty of room to get our assets in. Don't think we're going to be able to place them perfectly alongside the paths. As long as we've got sort of a corner touching the paths, it considers itself connected. Find the other ones. These ones are slightly longer. So see where we can fit these in, where we're going to have room for the other one as well. Maybe just try it in over here. The other one seems even longer. Guess we can just pop it in here, and then we can move it to tidy them all up. Yeah, that's 4 assets that I've never used before. Move these nodes back a little bit so we've got a little bit more room. I can rotate these as well. Maybe try and get them aligned with the paths. Spread them out a little bit. Make it look as though there's enough room for them all. It certainly looks a little bit cramped. Starting to look better already. This fourth one, I don't know if we want to move this into the middle and have it go the other way, or maybe just move it back over here. I think that looks alright. Just go in and decorate it with some rocks and trees and foliage and things. Don't normally do a lot of detailing and things like that, but why not? It's a special celebratory park for hitting the 600,000. Put a little bit more effort into it. And the other custom parks that we've got are pretty far away from here, city location wise. I think the people of SportsMonkey Heights deserve somewhere nice to go. It's not too far away. So I'm going to use a range of things. Use a few assets from each of the sets. Get a few camping sites and nature reserve things in, as well as some city park things and maybe a couple of amusement park things. I love when I'm placing the single trees. I've got the random tree rotation mod. That's one I've had for years now. And even if you're using the same tree over and over again, it's constantly spinning it until you place it. That keeps them looking random, because you're not looking at the same asset plonked down in a row. And rotating the same asset lots of times certainly gives the illusion of it being many different things. So as I say, I'm going to get a few of these nature reserve assets in, sort of one of everything. Do the same with all the other Parklife stuff. Fit as many things in as possible. Sort of compensate for our lack of other custom parks going around here. I'll try and keep all the noisy stuff away from the quiet stuff. Not have a roller coaster right next to a camping site, that sort of thing. Use a range of things, especially all these little food trucks and things, the smaller assets. I think they do kind of fit in any sort of park. I think the amusement park ones are a bit garish, with the bright checkerboard patterns and things. Don't necessarily go with everything else. Could sort of cover that up with lots of trees and things. Since we're detailing, getting some lovely little sitting spots, bench and garbage cans. Yeah, we'll get loads of stuff in for them. As many of these different sort of assets as we can. I'm not going to try and get in animal enclosures. As I say, we'll make a separate zoo area down at the seaside for that remaining water asset. Pop in a few of these smaller things before we go. So we're running out of time for the day. We'll come back and pick up where we left off next time. Till then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.